All right, deep breath, and we are live. Wow. Okay, welcome everybody to the literal first episode of Roy's podcast. I'm your host, Roy. Now, I've been making YouTube videos for a while, but I have to admit, sitting here with these massive studio mics, committing to a full-length, unedited conversation, my palms are sweating just a little bit.
You're doing great. Honestly, these mics just make everyone sound 10 times cooler anyway. You sound like a late night radio DJ.
I'll take it. Guys, if I stumble today, bear with me, because I brought out the big guns for episode number 1. Sitting across from me is Jennifer. You know her from her massive online presence. You know she's an absolute wizard when it comes to AI. And we have to address the elephant in the room right away. She hit the $1 million mark at exactly 30 years old. Jennifer, thank you so much for being my first ever guest.
It is an absolute honor to be guest number 1, Roy. And congratulations on launching the show. It's a huge step.
Thank you. I've got my coffee right here, I'm strapped in, and I have about 500 questions for you.
Let's do it. I'm ready.
Okay, I want to start with the millionaire thing, because people hear that, especially millionaire at 30, and they immediately build this picture in their head. They think you had a massive trust fund, or you're some genius coder who's been hacking the mainframe since you were 5. Is that accurate?
Oh, I wish. No, my reality was incredibly boring and a lot more stressful. If you looked at my life at 25, millionaire was the absolute last word you would use to describe me. I was working a totally average corporate marketing job, completely burnt out and living paycheck to paycheck. I couldn't code a basic website if my life depended on it.
That is actually so reassuring to hear. So what was the bridge? How do you go from a burned-out 25-year-old in marketing to dominating the tech space by 30?
Desperation, honestly. I was so tired of trading my time for money. I knew I needed to build something of my own, but I didn't have the capital to hire a team of developers or copywriters. And then, around late 2021, early 2022, I started seeing the very early whispers of generative AI.
Right before it became the only thing anyone talked about on the internet.
Exactly, before ChatGPT was a household name. I remember getting access to an early AI writing tool. It wasn't even that good yet, but I asked it to write a marketing framework that usually took me 3 days to outline. It spit it out in 15 seconds.
Was that the aha moment?
It was like a lightning bolt. I stared at my screen and realized this isn't just a fun toy. This is a clone of me. I realized that if I learned how to talk to these machines, I wouldn't need to hire a team of 10 people. I could be the team of 10 people. AI was the ultimate leverage.
That word leverage is so crucial. People look at AI and they see it as a replacement. Like, oh no, the robot is going to take my job. But you looked at it and saw a multiplier.
100%. The people who are terrified of AI are the ones who think their value is tied to clicking buttons or typing words. But your value is in your ideas. AI just speeds up the execution. Once I realized that, I went down the rabbit hole. Every night after work, I was learning how to prompt, how to automate workflows, how to build digital products using AI as my assistant.
That is the wild west we are living in right now. It feels like a gold rush, but instead of pickaxes, everybody is armed with a prompt box. But I know for a fact that a lot of people listening are feeling overwhelmed. There are 50 new AI tools launching every single day.
Oh, it's exhausting. Even I get overwhelmed, and it's my full-time job.
Exactly. So if we transition a bit, I want to get into the actual roadmap, because it's one thing to say AI makes you faster, and it's another thing to actually turn that into $1 million in the bank.
Let's get into it. I'll tell you exactly what I would do today if I had to start from absolute zero.
All right, so I'm sitting here with you, Jennifer, who literally hacked your way out of corporate burnout and built $1 million business by mastering AI before the rest of the world even knew what it was.
Hacked makes it sound so illegal. Let's say strategically navigated.
Fair enough. Strategically navigated. But let's get tactical right now, because everyone listening wants to know how. So let's play a game. You wake up tomorrow, the bank account is at absolute zero. Your network is gone, nobody knows who you are. All you have is a standard laptop, a Wi-Fi connection, and your current knowledge. What is step 1?
Oh, I love this game. Okay, step 1, I am completely ignoring 90% of the AI tools out there.
Wait, really? The AI expert is ignoring the AI tools?
Absolutely. The biggest mistake beginners make right now is shiny object syndrome. They see a tool that makes cool AI avatars, so they spend 5 hours making avatars. They see a tool that generates music, so they make a terrible song. It's fun, but it doesn't pay the rent. If I have $0, I am not playing. I am looking for a problem to solve.
Give me an example. What kind of problem?
I would go look for the most boring, unsexy industry you can imagine. I'm talking local plumbers, dental clinics, regional real estate agents. These are businesses that have cash, but they are drowning in administrative work, or they don't know how to market themselves online.
So you aren't trying to build the next massive tech startup.
No way. If I have $0, I need cash flow. So I would pick one specific niche, let's say real estate agents. I know they hate writing property descriptions and they struggle to keep up with daily social media posts. I would set up a completely free ChatGPT account, build a custom prompt system specifically tailored for high-converting real estate copy, and I would start cold emailing agents.
And what's the pitch? Hey, I use AI, hire me.
Never mention the AI. That's rule number 2. The client does not care what tools you use. They care about the result. My pitch is, hey, I will take over all your property descriptions and run your social media calendar for $500 a month. You don't have to lift a finger.
And because you're using AI, a job that used to take you 20 hours a week now takes you, 2?
Exactly. I can take on 10 clients, make $5,000 a month, and I'm barely working 10 hours a week. From there, I reinvest that money into better software, maybe hire a virtual assistant and scale. You sell the solution and you use the AI as your secret leverage behind the scenes.
That is brilliant. Sell the result, hide the engine. But what do you say to the person listening to this right now who is thinking, okay, Jennifer is a genius, but I'm too late. ChatGPT has been out for years now. The gold rush is over.
I hear that every single day. And it drives me crazy because it is so fundamentally wrong. Thinking you are too late to AI right now is like thinking you were too late to the internet in 1998 just because email was invented.
That puts it into perspective.
We are still in the dial-up phase of this technology. Most major companies haven't even figured out how to safely integrate AI into their internal systems yet. The early adopters, the people who are figuring out the workflows right now, are going to be the ones consulting for those massive companies in 3 years. You are not late. You are exactly on time.
But you have to actually start.
You have to start, and you have to stop treating it like a toy. If you want to make $1 million, you have to treat AI like an employee. You don't ask an employee to write you a funny limerick about a cat, right?
I mean, maybe on a Friday.
Okay, maybe on a Friday. But on a Tuesday, you give them a framework, a strict set of rules, and a clear goal. You have to learn how to manage the AI. That's the real skill of the future, AI management.
AI management. Okay, so we've got the blueprint. We know how to get the cash flowing. But with all this speed and power, things are getting a little weird out there on the internet. Deepfakes, copyright lawsuits, robots taking over call centers. Okay, now Jennifer, let's get into the dark side of AI and where this whole thing is heading in the next 5 years.
The dark side.
The dark side. Because look, we can talk about leveraging AI for marketing all day, but when I open Twitter, or X, or whatever we're calling it today, half my feed is incredible AI art, and the other half is people absolutely panicking. We are seeing voice cloning, deepfakes of politicians, and artists suing tech companies. How worried should we actually be?
We should be paying very close attention. I am a massive advocate for this technology, but I am not blind to the chaos it's causing. You called it the Wild West earlier, and that is exactly what it is. The technology is moving at 100 miles an hour, and legislation is moving at about 2 miles an hour.
Right. The law literally cannot keep up.
Exactly. Let's take voice cloning as an example. You're a podcaster now.
I guess I am.
You are. And right now, someone could take the first 30 minutes of this episode, run it through an AI audio tool, and have a perfect, indistinguishable clone of your voice. They could make Roy say literally anything. That is a terrifying concept for personal security, for public figures, and for the concept of truth itself.
So how do we fight that? Do we need massive government regulation, or is the genie just out of the bottle?
The genie is out of the bottle, packed its bags, and moved to another country. You can't uninvent this tech. Regulation will happen, and watermarking AI content will become standard, but the real defense is going to have to be on a consumer level. We are all going to have to become incredibly critical thinkers. We can no longer just believe a video because we see it.
Which leads me to the biggest anxiety I hear from my audience, job displacement. If AI can write the script, clone my voice, generate the video, and edit the final cut, what happens to the copywriters, the voice actors, the editors? Are they just done?
Yes and no. And I want to be really honest here, because sugarcoating it doesn't help anyone. If your entire job is just basic low-level execution, If you just write generic 500-word blog posts for SEO, yes, that job is going away. And AI can do that instantly for free.
That's a bitter pill to swallow.
It is. But here is the massive silver lining, and this is what I focus on. AI is the ultimate equalizer for the solo creator and the small business owner. 5 years ago, if you had a brilliant idea for a movie or a video game or a massive app, you needed $1 million in funding and a team of 40 people to make it happen.
You had to get past the gatekeepers.
Exactly. The studios, the publishers, the venture capitalists. Today, if you have the vision, the taste, and the drive, you can build the prototype yourself in your bedroom using AI. The cost of creation has plummeted to zero. We are going to see a golden age of independent creators building billion-dollar empires because they are no longer restricted by budget.
It shifts the value from execution to taste.
Bingo. Taste is the new moat. AI can generate 1,000 images in a minute, but a human still has to look at them and say, that is the one that makes me feel something. AI doesn't have lived experience. It doesn't have heartbreak or childhood nostalgia or an existential crisis. It just predicts the next pixel or the next word. Human emotion is irreplaceable.
I love that. Taste is the new moat. You are just dropping title ideas for me left and right today.
Glad to be of service.
Okay, so put your visionary hat on for a second. We are zooming out. It is the year 2030, 5 years from now. Where are we? What does the internet look like? And what are we doing?
My boldest prediction? By 2030, the internet is going to be hyper-personalized. Right now, we all go to YouTube or Netflix and pick from a menu of pre-made content. In 5 years, you will log on and an AI will generate a movie or a video game in real time, specifically tailored to exactly what you want to watch or play in that exact moment.
That is absolutely wild. But wait, if everything is perfectly tailored and AI generated, won't we get sick of the perfection?
Yes, and that is the paradox. The better AI gets at faking reality, the more a premium will be placed on actual reality. By 2030, the most valuable things in the world won't be digital at all. It will be live music, in-person community events, and raw, unedited, unscripted podcasts where people can hear someone actually breathe and stumble over their words.
Well, they are definitely hearing me stumble today, so I guess I'm ahead of the curve.
You're future-proofed, Roy.
I'll take it. All right, guys, we are putting Jennifer in the hot seat for the rapid fire round. We're talking worst AI investments, biggest myths about money, and her final piece of advice for you.
Oh boy, I'm bracing myself.
Don't worry, I'll go easy on you. Mostly. The rules are simple. I ask a question, you give me the first thing that comes to your mind. Ready?
Let's do it.
All right, question number 1. What is the most overrated AI tool on the market right now?
Oh, easily the AI social media bio generators. It takes more time to type in the prompt than it does to just write a 2-sentence bio yourself. People are overcomplicating the easy stuff.
Guilty as charged. I definitely tried one of those. Okay, question 2. What is the best investment you've ever made for under $100?
A premium subscription to a high-quality prompt engineering newsletter. Information is moving too fast to track it all yourself. Paying someone $10 a month to curate the most important AI updates and send them to my inbox every Friday? Best ROI ever.
That is a great answer. Outsourcing the research. Okay, number 3. What is the biggest myth about crossing the $1 million mark?
That you suddenly feel like you have it all figured out. You don't. The imposter syndrome doesn't go away. The problems just get a little more expensive. You just trade survival stress for management stress.
I love the honesty. All right, last rapid fire question before I let you go. If you could permanently delete one AI feature from existence right now, what would it be?
Unregulated voice cloning. It is just too ripe for scams, and the average person isn't ready to defend against it yet. It gives me nightmares.
Yeah, we talked about that in the last segment, and I am definitely going to be paranoid for the rest of the week. Okay, you survived the hot seat.
I made it. That wasn't too painful.
Before we wrap up, I want to ask you for one final golden nugget. There's someone listening to this right now. Maybe they're driving, maybe they're at the gym, and they want to build what you've built. They want to start their channel or their business, and they want to use AI to get there. What is the one thing they need to do the second this episode ends?
The second this episode ends, I want you to sit down and identify one bottleneck in your life. Just one. Is it meal planning? Is it writing emails for work? Is it outlining YouTube scripts? Pick one annoying, repetitive task and spend 1 hour learning how to automate it with an AI tool. Don't try to build $1 million business today. Just buy yourself back 1 hour of your week. Once you feel that magic of getting your time back, the rest will naturally follow.
Start small, win your time back. That is incredible advice. Jennifer, I cannot thank you enough for being the very first guest on this show. You set the bar incredibly high, so I feel terrible for whoever I have to interview next week.
They'll do great. Thank you so much for having me, Roy. This was such a fun conversation, and I am so excited to watch this podcast explode.
I appreciate that. And that is a wrap on episode 1 of Roy's podcast. If you got any value out of this today, please hit that subscribe button, leave a comment letting me know what you thought of the show, and share it with a friend who needs to hear it. I will see you guys next week with a brand new episode. Peace.